Mathematically, the movements of the crescent, of the moon and of the sun are precise. He has no problem accepting the mathematical predictions of the crescent and of the sun. Qadi Ibn Rushd, the great Imam of the Maliki, he agrees with him with the moon, with the sun, not with the moon. And for our purposes, what we know of the science itself, there is nothing wrong in relying on the astronomers to go, when they tell us that on this day there is more probability of the crescent being seen than on these days. On this, there's nothing harm. Where you just rely on just the astronomer calculations, that's what our scholars are against. And Allah knows best.
Who was the Qadi?
Arabi? No, Ibn Rushd. Ibn Rushd. So the prayer calculation times, they're fine. I'll come to it after prayer, because there's a bit of empirical evidence that we have for the beginning and end of each day. So when does the fast begin and when does it finish? Because we've had this big I think there's 3 opinions or 2 opinions in the UK. One is that you start when it's 15 degrees. One is 18. The third one, what is it? Choose whichever one's the. No, the third one is an hour and a half before sunrise. Hour and a half before sunrise, 15 degrees, 18 degrees. Because we're waiting for them, there's a project called Open Fajr project, which happened, last year, Ramzan. They actually did, they used a camera. I've never even heard of this astrophysics camera. It throws, a beam of light and measures the horizon. A laser to the heavens.
Sorry, they wrong.
Do you want to pray?
Yeah, what's
you can pray, yeah. Yeah, if you can pray.
Yeah.
We're going to pray in Jamaat soon. Yeah, we're going to pray in a minute, so if you want to come and pray. We're having a lesson.
So it throws, a laser, and the camera collects the data. Do you need to do wudu?
No.
Okay, if you wait, we're going to pray in a minute.
Okay, no start.
Huh?
No start.
No, we haven't begun yet. We're waiting for someone to do wudu.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And what this group of Muslims did is they collected data for a whole year in 2015. And then they published their data, and it's called the Open Fajr project. It's still online. Every month they put up the thing, and we'll carry on after Maghrib, inshallah. We'll talk about, the Open Fajr. The Open Fajr project was that, they collected data. Is it data or data?
Data.
Data. For a whole year. What was data?
What is data? Isn't that just American?
American.
It's the American.
Oh, it's the American.
It's the American. There you go.
There's another word as well that we use here that
Yeah.
sometimes I get so confused about. What was it?
Data.
So they collected a whole year's information, and then they based their, monthly calendar on that. So what you've got is that all the calendars that the mosques print are based on calculations, not based on any empirical evidence. Yeah, but with the Open Fajr project, is actually backed up by a whole year's of data. Yeah, they actually fired the beam, and it came back, and it takes us away from the 18, 15 or hour and a half. Yeah, because what you've got is the 18, 15 or hour and a half are raghaman bil ghaib, that the grappling in the unseen, because they're just calculations or formulae which have not been tested, while this one has been. They've actually fired the laser with the astrophysical camera, and it collects the data, and if you go to the Open Fajr project, you'll actually see the whole blurb about it. So what I did last year, I actually followed them. It's really interesting that they did their collection just outside of Birmingham. The project was led by Shia Muslims, and this when the meeting happened in Birmingham Central Mosque, all the Muslims agreed that because it's evidence rather than calculations, they all signed the document. We will follow their thing. They went away back to the mosques. Oh, they're Shia. Yeah. The evidence is a faith. Yeah. And so there's someone called there's a doctor from Walsall. He does his personal thing, and his and their thing was bang on. Yeah. So I actually prefer that to begin the fast and end the fast, then the calculations. If you like, you can for the whole month or each month, just have a look at the prayer calculations.
Because I missed it because I went to do wudu. So the Open Fajr Foundation is to
it's a project. Open Fajr project.
And it's calculated. The prayer.
It's not a calculator. It's based on physical data that they collected by firing an astrophysics camera laser into the horizon. So it fired back the laser, telling us, when exactly Fajr begins. Yeah, because rather than, the degrees, is it 15 degrees or 18 degrees or hour and a half before, this is actually data, physical data.
So is it being used now or not? What was the conclusion?
The conclusion was that, Birmingham Muslims agreed to use it. They signed. Then they went back to the mosques and said, "Oh, they're Shia."
So they're not using it now.
They went back to their calculations, and
oh, right.
So what Central Mosque did, they ended up, on the website having two timetables, one based on the Open Fajr and the other based on the hour and a half before sunrise.
But I thought we need to see it without a telescope.
Oh, mashallah.
Yeah, do you think someone like you, for example, I'm assuming maybe you've studied, the times and seeing it with your naked eye, could you tell when Fajr begins for yourself, if you just went outside of your house?
Not outside of my house, no, because I can't see it. It's too. If I went to
What is
the
the
Barbican,
settings?
if I went to Barbican, I can tell, which is the highest place in Birmingham.
But it's because of the buildings and that.
It's because of the buildings. If you go outside, there's a place called Malvern Hills, which is outside of Birmingham.
Yeah.
There's no build-up area there,
Ah.
and the Malvern Hills are a flat piece. Hills, and right round it is flat as anything. So if you go there and see it, you can actually see the real dawn.
I was just thinking how nice that would be, like.
No, it's good. You can
If
actually.
you lived in an area like that.
No, but the thing is, it's good to go out and see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if you can see it here, but you know when the sun sets and it all goes pink.
Yeah, that's quite.
Yeah, it's really outside. It's breathtaking.
It's really beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know when the pink dies, all the pink goes, Isha kicks in. So these things we can, if we're out and about, we can see those things.
Yeah.
Also, if you live in a high-rise building.
Oh, there you go. If you live in a high-rise, I've never lived in one. You could see them. There you go.
Where I used to live in East London, I was on like the 7th floor.
Yeah.
And most of the buildings around were low, so like you could see this.
Where in East London?
Poplar. So this floor is clear all. If you ink clear all, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
because there's too
all
many.
the time,
Yeah, because I go to uni in Mile End.
Oh,
I
right.
go to QM. So over there, they try it on the physics building, but that's rubbish. They can't do it on the physics building.
Good effort.
Go up one of the old council estate buildings to the top. And have a look.
Okay.
Interesting.
We've got 15 minutes, and we got 4, so we're going to try. Yeah, unless people have got questions, and I can stop and take questions.
Oh, Siddhi, my question was, do you know, I'm slightly confused because at the start we talked about we have to see, you said we couldn't use a telescope to see the moon.
We have to see the crescent with the naked eye.
But then why can we use technology in terms of Fajr?
No, the Open Fajr project is to tell you when the day begins and ends.
That's different.
That's different. We can use the calculations of the astronomers, not rely on them.
I see.
The madhab abhors where people just rely on the opinion of the astronomers. We can use the opinion of the knowledge of the astronomers when they tell us this day is the optimum time to go and sight the crescent, which is good, rather than going around like a headless chicken.
I see. And what
They can actually tell us which direction as well.
I see.
Yeah. So in this country, there are quite a few. You know, Greenwich Observatory has been working with Muslims for decades, and he's not the most popular person now, but you know, Dr. Osama Hassan.
Yes.
Out of all the well-known Muslims in this country, he's the only astronomer.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he actually leads a project called Crescent Watch, which works in partnership with Greenwich Observatory. They actually tell you which day the crescent will be sighted with the naked eye. The Wifaqul Ulama, they put up on their website as well which day, and they encourage. I'm on their. They have this group on the web and on the phone. They send you reminders saying today go and look for the crescent and report back. They have actually a whole network of people up and down the country who actually go and look for them, and then they get a fax from the Moroccan government when the crescent is sighted. Usually you can get that information before they do, from Morocco anyway.
Yeah. How do we do that? I looked on the website. It's quite
Where?
I can't remember which government website.
Oh.
Al-Khaf.
Yeah, Al-Khaf, they usually put it up.
It's somewhere on there. is it?
Yeah, it actually tells you. It's always there. It's always in Arabic.
Yeah.
That they're looking for the crescent, or that we have not seen the crescent. So because we've not seen it, the following day is going to be. They will say Fatih al-Shahr, that the beginning of the month is going to be on this date. Yeah, they put it on their website, and Wifaq al-Ulama, their website does the same. They will say that the month has not been. We've not seen any positive sighting. There's no positive news from Morocco, so we'll be starting the month at such a date.
There's a UK website, moonsighting.org.uk.
It's the same lot.
It's the same. They link up with Morocco. And
No, they're linked with Morocco, but it's a sister thing with Wifaq al-Ulama.
Okay.
The moonsighting.org.uk.
Okay.
They work with the Wifaq al-Ulama. The Wifaq al-Ulama is quite good if you've got Deobandi or Hanafi people who need convincing not to follow Saudi, because they have a lot of they've uploaded original texts and translations of the fatwas of the Hanafi scholars from India and Pakistan, and Hanafi Deobandi scholars who are resident in Saudi who say don't follow them, which is really interesting.
Why?
Read it. When you read it, you'll understand what I mean. But the whole thing is that the month, the establishment of the month, the beginning of the month is established by sighting of the crescent with the physical naked eye, and how there needs to be two upright witnesses. The only country that we know in the world, bar none, Muslim world, is Morocco. In Saudi, it only happens for Ramadan. It only happens for 1 month. They don't cite it for every month, while Morocco cites it for every month, and it has a whole network of that. I don't think it would be, because for us to begin the next from 2:14 will take us some time. So we'll stop here, inshallah. So if anybody has any questions about what we've covered today or anything else, now's your time. I'll keep you peace.
I think we're gonna cover the exceptions next time, aren't we? So people who can't fast and what they do.
Next time we'll cover. We'll be able to finish the whole of
that section.
book of fasting.
What's after that? Hajj?
Yeah, we will be able to finish, inshallah, all of fasting.
Will we be done by?
Then maybe we'll be able to begin Hajj.
Okay.
But we will be able to finish all of them fasting.
Okay.
Yeah, because Ramadan is the when is it? It's
Very soon.
May 27th.
Yeah.
So we should be able to finish that before that.
That's good.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Leaping right back
Yeah.
to Salah.
Yes.
So if you've got fewer than 5 clogs outstanding,
Yes.
you should pray them before you pray the next thing.
Yes.
If you don't do that,
Yeah. You invalidate.
you invalidate the subsequent prayers.
No, you invalidate the prayer that you're praying.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Sheikh, with regard to prayer timings,
Yes.
when is it? At what point does it become mandatory for you? It's going to sound weird. To cut it down. Is there in the Maliki school?
What you mean cut it down?
If it exceeds something like 22, 23, 24 hours. places.
Oh,
like
summer
that.
fasting.
Summer fasting, yes. Extreme hours.
Summer fasting.
Yes.
Like in
extreme
Finland.
hours and not-
Finland,
Oh, right.
places like that.
Oh,
Yes.
it's actually good.
Oh, you're talking about fasting.
Fasting,
Yeah.
yes. The timings for the fasting. How much is it before it is actually too much?
For example, Iceland, they only have 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, and people
window.
still fast. And people still fast.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
still do, yeah.
People still do.
So that's your answer.
Thanks, Sheikh.
I was hoping that answer would be shared at the same time with Morocco.
Something like that.
That's what we're all like. And then there was a dua going on in our heads.
Look, I told you, look, what I've been brought up on, I'll tell you what I've been brought up on. Yeah? You know, stick to the hard way. Yeah? Stick to the strictest opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah? Now, if that becomes difficult, then fall down to the less. Now, if you begin with the exceptions, yeah, what do you do if they become
Difficult. Yeah.
difficult?
That's the point.
Yeah. So what you do is you always, to give an opinion like this, why I won't give an opinion, it's not fair on asking me that question, and it's not fair on Ali, because that situation hasn't arisen.
Okay, so we should.
Yeah.
That's the Maliki thing.
Yeah.
Like, look at your context.
When that situation arises, we will look at it, and the right opinion,
Yeah.
God will guide us to the right answer.
Okay.
For the foreseeable future,
Yeah.
I can't see that happening, because it's a cycle of 11 years
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this year, it's going to be 22. 21 or something.
That it's going to be the peak.
It's going to peak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the longest we've had is 17 to 18 hours. It hasn't gone anywhere near 20. And
Unless you're following Sheikh Mumin Keller, then you're hardcore.
Let's stick to, yeah. Even if you look at, Sheikh Noor's opinion,
Yeah.
he's saying, you know your body better than you. Yeah, he's saying that even if you're fasting for 20 hours or 22 hours, you've got 2 or 3,
Yeah.
and he says scientifically 3 hours is enough for your body to recover.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah, that's what he says. But we're saying that we're not going to reach anywhere near 20. We're not reaching anywhere near 20. So we're still in the safe zone.
Okay.
Yeah? And the thing is that if for whatever reason things become difficult, yeah, Allah is Ghafur Rahim. He does not put a burden on you that you can't bear. Now, if you, right from the beginning, are scared, we're all scared of the unknown. We're all scared of the unknown.
Yeah.
I've actually fasted in my teens. Again, I was only there for 2 years. Our family comes from southern Punjab near Multan, and it's known for the heat. Seriously, chickpeas. We put them in the evening, and they're half cooked by the afternoon.
Is this near Third?
Huh? They're half cooked.
Yeah.
It gets so hot. People fast and they work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fasting and they're working.
But as you say, it's individual, right?
As individuals, so let's come to it. Yeah, if God forbid, if your health, your physical health,
Yeah.
is doctors are saying don't fast,
Yeah.
and you need to get a doctor's opinion rather than your own.
So for me, for
Yeah.
example, I'm anemic.
Right.
So, but
if you're I've been diagnosed anemic really bad. I'm on those tablets.
Cyclone or whatever. Ferritin.
Yeah, those
Ferrosulfate.
maximum thing.
Ferrosulfate.
God knows what it is. 3 times a day.
Yeah.
But the thing is that what happen is now, if fasting is going to cause you physical harm, there's license.
Yeah. So for me, I faint after, it's usually about 3 days. So
Yeah,
I usually try.
you shouldn't fast.
But the doctors will say you can.
No, but you know
that I can't.
You can't. So what you do is you pay compensation.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Simple. So if there's a physical illness, and you know your body better than anyone else, then you pay.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a martyr. There's a friend of mine that, his mother, she's diabetic. No, she's diabetic.
Yeah.
On insulin.
Yeah.
Yeah? When you get on insulin, you do not fast.
Yeah.
Yeah? She just won't stop fasting.
Oh God.
She all day she's on the sofa. I says, why the hell shouldn't I? I'm going to be on the sofa anyway.
That's actually against the sunnah.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, that's what she does. But the thing is, it's a culture that we've got into.
Yeah.
And the thing is that, when you are there's a physical illness.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You can't.
You can't.
Actually, something that really helped me this year, because I struggle in Ramadan, because you do miss something of the spiritual.
Yes.
But Joanne McEwen, you know her from Australia, she set up a Facebook group that's for people who don't fast, and it's really good because it's all like different ways you can get closer to the Quran, and basically everything else you should do in Ramadan, you don't like emphasize because you're not fasting. Yeah. Which is it's really good because it helps you then, because I think you do get really bad FOMO, right? You're like everyone else is fasting.
Yeah.
No, but what shouldn't stop anyone who's not fasting is they should try to go to the mosque. They should read Quran. Qadi Iyad, rahmatullah alayhi, says that you should bring your fast to life. With dhikr and Quran. We'll talk about this more next month. Ibn al-Qasim, the compiler of the madhab, when Ramadan used to come, not just Ramadan, his year used to get split into two.
4 of another month.
No, 6 months.
Yeah.
He would spend on what's it called, ribat, the ports, and he would guard them because the Europeans used to come. He used to, and he just used to have the Quran with him. And when he was not doing that, he would finish 3 Qur'ans in a week. And when Ramzan used to come, 1 daily. It's that these people would just, they discourage, when you go and read, the lives of the scholars, they discourage you even teaching in Ramadan. What you do is you seclude yourself to the mosque. And by seclusion, this is the thing that I don't see within our community, in the Pakistani community, is that women don't sit itikaf.
Yeah. And the mosques are shocked.
Yeah.
They're shocked.
You ask and they're like,
yeah. No. And the thing is that women used to sit itikaf.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
and women probably, need it a bit more.
Yeah.
Because
you stop them from the mosque anyway.
It's not even mosque, but also everything that women deal with. Like once you have children, that's like a constant barrage that of.
Because they're fasting and they're having to cook and everything else, while the men, out work, and in the evening they're in the mosque.
Yeah.
While the women are stuck in the house and they're fasting and they're cooking.
Yeah.
So they need to get out.
Because it's like they're working double time.
Double
so
time.
That the men can go to the mosque.
And the thing is that it'd be really certain mosques should be approached where they give certain space to women.
Yeah.
Feltham would allow it, if you remember the centre in Feltham.
Yeah.
Got a ladies' area upstairs if you want to use that.
Where's,
it's the Centre for Spiritual and Cultural Advancement. It's also the Naqshbandi Zawiya in Feltham.
Okay. And there's a Sheikh Akram Nadwi does it every year as well.
Well, he does a khalwa for women.
Yeah. Well, it's I think it's mixed. I think it has a men's area and women's area, obviously.
In his mosque?
I don't know if it's in his mosque, but if
Where
you
is it
go
in
on
the
his
mosque?
website, it's in the mosque. So it's just a place for seclusion for the last 10 days that both men and women can use.
No,
I'm
but
not
is
sure
it in a
whether-
mosque?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
No, but this is with us.
Yeah.
Itikaf has to be in a mosque.
You know that Rosalis don't make... So Rosalis, I go there on Iqbal every year,
Yeah.
but they don't make space for women in the mosque. So you have to stay in the dorm. So it
No.
doesn't count.
No.
But they're Maliki.
I know. It has to be in the mosque.
Could you please tell Abdul Samad that? Seriously, it annoys me. I tell him every single year. I go there and I stay in the dorm and I can't get my seclusion. And the men are having a nice time in the mosque, and there is room in the mosque. Like, they can do it.
No, the mosque is massive. It never
and
gets
they've got
full.
the room just outside, the bunk beds.
Yeah.
Nobody uses that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just go in camping beds.
Or what they call the madrasa,
I'll
where
be
the
like,
fountain
this
is.
is, I've got a fatwa from City Iqbal. Throw him in there.
You're on the spot. And they've got a recording. Wait, you didn't put it up.
Yeah, still
You're
recording.
on tape shit.
No, recording or not, it's in our books. It's in our books. Women are permitted for itikaf, and it's not a problem. The problem is that we have made the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only when you don't trust, because it all boils down to trust.
Yeah.
When the trust is lost between men and women, we have these things.
Yeah. Although I don't think that's Rosalia's case, but in this country, yeah. Rosalia's it's just Andalusi organisation.
Yeah, but even the it's not just him. It's the other people. They're all influenced from where they've studied. Inshallah.
Oh, I think they're just he would do it in principle. They never organise themselves. So you say every year they say yeah we'll do it, and then you go and they haven't done it.
Okay.
So
anyway, anything else? Yeah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wal aqibatu lil muttaqeen wa salatu wa salamu ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam salima. Ya Rahman Rahimeen, we thank you. We thank you for everything. We thank you for bringing us here and giving us tawfiq to learn useful knowledge. And Allah make us of those who seek useful knowledge and keep us away from knowledge that is of no benefit. اللهم صل صلاة كاملة وسلم سلاما تاما على سيدنا محمد الذي تنحل به القد وتنفلج به القرب وتقضى به الحوائج وتنال به الرغائب وحسن الخواتم ويستسقى الغمام بوجهك الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه في كل لمحة ونفس بعدد كل معلوم لك سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Thank you.